Villagers comes with an iktara and they sing the story of the life of this celebrity. And this was done by a painter in a village when somebody was doing a film on me and a documentary. So here you can see everything is in Rajasthani, but I mean, because the picture has been blown up, you can't see some of the details, but every image in this is actually my face dressed in a Rajasthani costume. So you will have portions of Kaun Banega Crorepati here, some elements of my life when I was in hospital, some of my films, etc., etc. This is a photograph of my lawn from the first floor of my house. This is a tashtari, a plate, which lies on one of my desks. And this is quite unique. It's a little image from Sri Lanka, and it's supposed to get rid of all evil. And it's rather beautiful. It's supposed to drive away all the evil forces. So I deliberately brought it here that all the evil forces that could be connected with today's program be driven away, including when you go back through this rain-infested day today. These photographs will be framed in proper frames, and they will be available here next to the experiment zone for you to have a closer look. And when you do have a look at them, you will realize the very fine detailing that the camera has been able to capture. I deliberately took these pictures because just to show you, it may not look so detailed right now, but when you will see the actual size, you will realize how minutely this wonderful LG G4 camera has been able to capture the details. So, selfies. This is the most common used word in today's world. Selfies can't get enough of those, right? Here comes the G4 with an 8-megapixel front camera for you to relish your selfies. Now, you remember the G3 and the gesture for selfies? LG G4 adds more to the fun of selfies with the all-new gesture interval shot. Gesture interval shot. Remember this. So you open your hand in front of the camera, make a fist, and then spread your fingers again, make another fist, and you get not one, but 4 selfie shots in one go. And that too, in an interval span of 1 second each for 4 different poses. So you don't have to do anything. You just press that button at the back, keep it pressed for a certain length of time, leave it, make all kinds of different faces for the camera, and you have 4 different selfies of yourself in just 4 seconds. So I think that the G4 camera can be talked about the whole day, and we have very limited time here. Thus, I would rather say, get the G4 and explore the great visual experience it offers. Have a look, ladies and gentlemen.
Crisp photos in low light with a brighter f1.8 lens. See the great, feel the great.
So it's easy to see that display and camera technologies go hand in hand. Perhaps this is because both are visual. So with the G4, you can capture images exactly as the eye sees them. And then you can see them on the G4 screen so vividly and so naturally. It's like you're there looking at the scene with your own eyes. So how and what did LG do? This time again, the display is LG. The G4 is the first in the world to use quantum IPS display that delivers a movie theater picture quality. A movie theater picture quality. The DCI, Digital Cinema Initiatives, is the standard that LG selected on the G4. The same as selected by the top 7 major movie studios of the world to show the best picture quality. And thus the G4 offers smartphone display like never seen before. The quantum display of the G4 expresses exactly what human eyes perceive. You know, the human eyes can perceive red and blue colors about 15% better than the green color. The quantum display is most closely set to this coordinate so that you can see more vivid reds and blues to provide a more vivid visual experience. So the quantum display implements the real RGB colors matching the natural colors. The G4's quantum display further improves the contrast ratio by 50% and brightness by 25%, as well as the color reproduction range. This higher contrast ratio and the enhanced brightness makes it possible to see the display in outdoors much more comfortably, plus it is even sharper. Oh, and just to clarify the difference between our IPS quantum display and quantum dot display, you see, both display technologies look similar. But IPS quantum display can have a much thinner panel and similar bezel size. Perfect for smartphones. But this is not all. The G4 utilizes a special graphic RAM that puts the CPU to sleep when displaying a still frame, so there's less battery drain when there's no action happening on the display. Did you get that? Fine. And you must know that the G4 therefore lasts 11% longer. It lasts 11% longer. So now, having a look at this, which amongst these gives the feel of real strawberries? You would agree with me. It's IPS quantum display, and that's G4's display for you. So ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly summarize the quantum display. It improves the color. It improves the color reproduction range by 20%, the contrast ratio by 50%, and the brightness by 25% compared to existing displays. Plus, battery consumption is reduced by 11%. So, ho gaya na, sone pe suhaga. With this advanced camera and unique IPS quantum display, the LG G4 will truly deliver a great visual experience. And I'd like to see another video. और यहाँ उपस्थित हुए आज इस कार्यक्रम में मैं तहे दिल से और हृदय से आप सब लोगों को धन्यवाद देता हूँ। आप सबके लिए चंद पंक्तियाँ मैं सुनाना चाहूँगा, जिसे कि हमारे भाई साहब अमित गुजराल जी ने लिखे हैं। अमित जी, आप एक बार खड़े हो जाएं ताकि आपके लिए ताली बज जाए। These wonderful lines have been composed and written by Amit ji, and I'll just read it out to you. जी करता है तुझे देखूं मैं, जी करता है तुझे देखूं मैं, जी करता है तुझ में दिखूं मैं, जी करता है तुझे सुनूं मैं, जी करता है तुझ में बोलूं मैं, जी करता है तुझे छूऊं मैं, जी करता है तुझ में डूबूं मैं, जी करता है जी से लगा लूं तुझे मैं, जी करता है जी से लगा लूं तुझे मैं। धन्यवाद। तो जी तो करता है कि G4 के बारे में बातें ही करता जाऊं, मगर कुछ पल चाहूंगा बिताना जी के साथ। और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका देवियों सर। ये थी कुछ पंक्तियां G4 और आपके लिए, और फिर मैं थोड़ी देर बाद आपसे फिर मिलता हूं। And before I take your leave now, I would like to thank the LG family for making me a part of them. I'd like now to call upon stage again Mr. Amit Gujral to introduce the human-centric user experience of the LG G4. I'd actually like to go across to show you where this framed photograph is available, but I think we've spoken about it before. Once we are done with this, you can walk across here and you will see framed photographs of the ones that I took and explained to you at the experience zone. Mr. Amit Gujral.
Thank you, Mr. Bachchan. It can never, ever be enough of hearing